welcome back to the Nerd Den here once again, and for another video where I am going to be talking about the history of a Doctor Who character. I am going to be talking about Omega. And yes, Omega is one of the rumoured villains that will be reappearing in the Season 2 finale. So I feel like it would be a good opportunity to do a little recap on the character and his history in the Whoniverse. Now, just like what I did with the Rani, I am not going to be including too much of expanded media and all the Big Finish audio dramas, because I feel like when the character is brought back, or if the character is brought back, should I say, that there isn't going to be too much of a follow-up with those events, and just like any other characters, there's only a focus on the TV side of things. So, with all that being said, let's get into the video and talk about this mysterious character. So, Omega was one of the founding fathers of Gallifrey and helped set up the future of Gallifreyan society and culture by working on advanced forms of interstellar travel to help the development of less advanced cultures. This helped himself and the fellow founding member of the Time Lords, Rassilon, to be viewed as a god by their fellow Time Lords. During an experiment to unlock the keys to time travel, Omega was lost and believed to be dead after the experiment was supposedly sabotaged for unknown reasons. When the star that Omega was experimented on exploded, the incident created a black hole that exceeded Omega's data that he had prepared, which resulted in him being engulfed into the abyss. Omega's death sent shockwaves through Gallifreyan society, and many mourned his loss, as his sacrifice unlocked the power of time travel for the Time Lords. As the Time Lords moved on from this incident and began engineering TARDISes and perfecting the art of time travel, Omega quickly became a myth amongst Time Lords and was worshipped as a hero by many, including the Doctor. However, the truth is far more sinister. Omega had in fact survived this experiment and was transported through the black hole into another universe made of antimatter. Whilst trapped in this universe, Omega was able to watch as Gallifreyan society grew and time travel was perfected. Whilst he was trapped in this universe, he learned how to create life and shape the universe to his will, which demonstrated a lot of power from himself. However, the consequences led to the antimatter destroying his physical form, and the armour that he had previously designed to protect him from the antimatter became his physical form whilst in this realm, but he didn't realise that until a lot later. After waiting thousands of years, Omega believed that a captured Time Lord that took his place in the antimatter universe would allow him to escape and bring vengeance to Gallifrey. He was able to use the black hole to drain power from the Time Lords to prevent them from interfering with his plan, and he sent several of his creations to Earth to find the Doctor and bring him to his realm. It was during the episode The Three Doctors that the first three incarnations of the Doctor teamed up to help stop this evil scheme after the High Council brought them together. After Omega realised that his physical form was destroyed and he couldn't leave, he swore to destroy everything. The Doctors offered freedom to Omega. However, he was nearly tricked into touching the second Doctor's recorder, which caused him to lash out. In doing so, he knocked the force field generator onto the floor, which caused a big antimatter explosion, which supposedly killed him and destroyed his realm. However, Omega had indeed survived this event, and began a new scheme, which involved linking the Doctor's biodata to his own. Omega was getting help from a member of the High Council, Hedon, who was able to get control of a dimensional gateway called the Arc of Infinity. He created a servant, an Ergon, to help with his scheme. Hedon gave Omega the Doctor's biodata after constructing a base in Amsterdam. He began linking the Doctor's biodata to his own. However, after successfully creating a link with the Fifth Doctor's biodata, he was able to create a physical form that looked like the Doctor's. After several events, the Doctor was able to find Omega's base in Amsterdam, and he quickly destroyed all of the equipment there, which enraged Omega and caused him to step into the real world before his form could be completed, which caused it to quickly decay. He was then destroyed by the Doctor using the Ergon's matter converter. Despite appearing in countless comics and Big Finish audios, Omega hasn't been seen on TV since the Arc of Infinity in 1983. maybe he is still alive. After all, he once did survive the destruction of one universe. Maybe he has some answers for the Doctor regarding their past. So, there we go. We have the pretty much complete history of Omega. Now, let me know what you think of this video in the comment section down below. And is there a monster that you would like me to cover on this series where I talk about the history of Doctor Who? And do you think Omega could potentially return as the villain in the finale of this season of Doctor Who? Anyway, leave a like and subscribe for more nerdy content as we are on the road to 8,000 subscribers, which I will love to reach by the end of the year. And I will see you all next time. Thank you very much for all of the support, and goodbye for now.